it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here, and we're reacting to another episode of Supernatural as we're on episode number 11 of season 2. Crazy to think that we're already at the halfway mark for this season. I know doing 2 episodes a week does kind of help push things along, but still, it feels like yesterday since, I guess, we began season 2, and it's been one heck of a season so far, with things escalating, especially with the last episode, Dean telling Sam what his dad told to him before he died, and there has been this bleakness, especially with Gordon coming back in the last episode trying to take out Sam as a best case scenario in case Sam does go off the rails, kind of like how Ava seemingly did. Though I'm just saying, we didn't see what happened, so you know, maybe Ava, it looks like Ava turned, and instead she's completely innocent. No, in all seriousness, seeing what happened to her fiance and the blood there, especially with the ring taken off, it doesn't exactly paint confidence for Sam, as he's been very, very worried, especially with what Dean had said to him in regards to what John told Dean to what to do in case shit does happen. So yeah, not exactly, and I am expecting for the second half of the season, like I said in my reaction to the last episode, we had a bit of a good focus on Dean and his mentality, with the fact that obviously he's been reeling from John's death, and I feel like the mentality focus is going to shift to Sam, especially with things escalating with the yellow-eyed demon. Now we're coming into the second half of this season, so I'm expecting a big focus for Sam's character this season at least, so it's going to be for the remainder of the season at least, should I say. So it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen. So with that said, let's get into episode 11 of season 2 for Supernatural. Let's go.
Gonna take our toys?
Only the ones you don't play with anymore. It's not like you don't have enough already.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Oh!
Watch your mouth.
Language!
First.
Watch your mouth too, Maggie.
Watch your mouths. Plural. Oh, goodness.
Tyler, don't look. Don't look.
Where's the other girl? I'm just... Oh my god!
Just hurry. Hurry.
Don't tell me the doll did it. Wait. What the heck?
What way is that?
Just figured after Ava there'd be, you know, more angst and droopy music and staring out the rainy windows.
Dean!
Yeah, I'll shut up now.
You're the one who told her to go back home.
Montage.
No, her fiance's dead.
Fog, secret passageways, sissy British accents. Might even run into Fred and Daphne while we're inside. Daphne. Love her.
Everyone loves Daphne.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What do you mean that we look the type?
You know, speaking of
Okay! Okay!
the urn on the front porch. Where did you get that?
You know, I have no idea.
Unless he has something to do with it. Oh, tip.
You're not gonna cheap out on me, are you, boy?
Wow!
I mean, he loves them. He's not gonna tell you this, but he's always dressing them up in these little tiny outfits, and I mean, you make it. You should work, huh?
It's true.
Sam's gonna throw him out the window in a minute.
All right.
The place is closing down, so you can break the windows all you want.
Exact replica, custom built.
Pardon me? Wait a second. Yeah. Wait a second.
His head got twisted around.
Like the other guy. What? There is some voodoo shit.
Tyler, probably.
Oh, I thought it was... Oh! Okay, I thought his tie was gonna get a bit tight, but that is, you know, still a way of... Yeah?
You're bossy.
Sam?
Are you drunk?
I was gonna.
So?
Oh my god!
Dude, what do you think? We're working a case.
Watch out for me. Alright? And if I ever turn into something that I'm not,
Don't say that, because it's not happening.
you have to kill me.
Sam.
Yeah, that's not happening either.
Yeah, well, Dad's an ass. He never should have said anything. I mean, you don't do that. You don't lay that kind of crap on your kids.
No, he was right to say it. Promise.
Don't ask that of me.
Dean, please. You have to promise me.
Oh, Sam, I'm gonna give him a hug in a minute.
I promise.
I just feel so freaking bad for him.
That's Rose. When she was a little girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's her nanny, Marie.
I guess mixing whiskey and Jaeger wasn't such a gangbuster idea. was it?
Whiskey and Yake? Oh no!
I bet you don't remember a thing from last night, do you?
Oh, I can still taste the tequila.
And tequila?
You know, there's a really good hangover in there.
Shit!
It's a greasy pork sandwich served up in a dirty ashtray.
Oh, I hate you.
I know you do. His hands on. Yeah. You gotta mix herbs and chant and build an altar.
So it's not
Can't be
her.
Rose. Heck, maybe it's not even hoodoo.
You know, she could be faking.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Poke her with a stick?
Unless there is some kind of spirit, like from the.
stick.
What the hell?
Oh
In
shh!
here.
Oh, we just want to talk to Rose about it.
She's scared out of her wits. I want you out of my
Yeah.
house in 2 minutes or I'm calling the cops.
What's your deal?
Maggie says we're not allowed to move. Yeah?
Tyler, enough. Maggie is imaginary. You're too old to have an imaginary friend and I am done pretending.
Oh shit! It's Maggie!
I don't like her.
Oh no! I was thinking about is it spirit orientated, but I guess it is. I would, if I'm seeing this shit go off by itself, I would just start bolting in some direction. And now the car's gonna come for you. Hey.
So we don't exactly have time to ease you into this, but we need to know when your mother had the stroke.
What does that have to do with it?
Just answer the question.
About a month ago?
Right before the killings began.
Yeah!
So what if Rose was working hoodoo, but not to hurt anyone, to protect them?
She was using
Yeah.
the to ward off the spirit.
Right, until she had a stroke and she couldn't anymore.
And then she was unable
Try to
to.
run you down by itself, okay?
But it won't hurt. I promise. And then we can be together. Forever. And no
This
one will
is.
bother us.
This is like messed up. Even though she's got an
Why don't you just
attachment.
Come with me and mommy because I can't leave here, and you can't leave me.
Yeah, it's messed up. You're going a sick way about wanting to keep her for yourself. Sam's gonna rescue her. Oh my god! Oh. Oh my god, please tell me she's okay. Come on, Sam. Come on, Tyler. Sheesh.
Mommy! I let them go. But I don't
Wait.
understand.
Is
They
she
kept me away for so long.
is she willing to die?
I thought you
And
didn't love me anymore.
had a feeling. that reunited essence, isn't it? Reunited with your sister.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Both of you.
But Sam but not need. And I think Sam needed that.
I think you could have hooked up some MILF action there, bud.
Come on!
Yeah. Wasted. But you weren't. And you promised.
Some things you can just say and you don't remember being drunk, but that's something that... Oy. Yeah, it's sad. It is sad, especially given the circumstances that Mikey died. And a death that she wasn't supposed to have, really. Dying young. There we go. But no, like I said, it was like the way she went about it, obviously not condonable, obviously. But there's that just replacement of a sister, really, with Rose, and then it is just weird, like saying she tried to replace Rose with Tyler, and yeah. I mean, that can't have been a coinkydink, right? I mean, come on. No, but in all seriousness, it is a sad circumstance, and like you could see there was that bit of attachment that Maggie had to Tyler. But like I said, the way she went about it was not right, and but you can feel a bit of sympathy for her, but yeah. As well as like it is even worse when you think about the fact that with Rose and Maggie, and how Rose was unable to put up that protection, and she was powerless to do anything with the stroke. There was that bond, and there is that sadness that comes for Rose, really. So okay, so that was good stuff. Obviously, I feel like the last two episodes were a lot more I guess entertaining, especially enhancing the plot, etc. But this was still pretty great stuff, and pretty eerie, and of course fear being a very big element, I would say, with this episode, especially with Maggie, with Sam, after being told that if something bad happens, if you do turn to the dark side, especially with the fact that Sam's mind's been weighing about Ava for the past month as well. There is this fear that he will, not just become something worse, something that is not who he is, but also, it's just amplifying on the fact that he is a curse to people. I mean, we had him basically getting himself drunk, and I feel like I want to say that him getting himself drunk, whilst it is very bizarre to see, because I don't think you would imagine Sam to get drunk. It's not only understandable about him wanting to take the pain away from him, because, I mean, his mind must be a mess at the minute. And like I said, I want to hug him because he is just going through the ringer. But I feel like that complements Sam's worries so well, because like I said, it's very bizarre, and I feel like it is very bizarre for Dean for him to go in a direction which is not something that I'd imagine he would want to be, like going total drunk. So I think it complements that fear very well, because obviously Sam does not want to be the reverse of what he is. Sam is someone who wants to be there. I've already talked about how he's the more sympathetic Winchester between him and Dean. And he always tries to do the right thing. He always tries to save people. And he always tries to beat the idea that he is a curse. But when people keep dying and he feels like he's just a magnet to attract death to those around him, those in his vicinity, it's not going to help the mind, especially if you've been told. If you've seen, well, you haven't seen Ava go to the dark side, but you've got all the pieces there that suggest that this could happen to you. With what he's been told, it's going to have your mind on edge, and I can't really blame him for getting himself drunk. So, still, Jaegers, whiskey, tequila, yeah. Good mix. That'll definitely have you vomiting. So, I wouldn't go as I would not go as extreme as that. Like, I love my whiskey anyways, but I would not go that extreme. Anyways, I can't really blame him though. Yeah, it is very, very bizarre, but at the same time, you just worry for his mentality, and you worry for Dean as well, because now Sam has told him that if the worst does happen, just please put me out of my misery, because he does not want to be this person. He does not want to be this monster. And, I do feel so bad for Dean as well, with Sam having to say this, because he is right in the regard of his perspective about the fact that John is selfish when he told me to kill you. I mean, it is an important duty, given the fact that this is something that is pretty damning if you do turn to that kind of side, I guess. But you gotta now imagine what's going through Dean's head now that Sam has said that if I do become this monster, if I do hurt people, I need you to put me out of my misery, because I don't want to be this thing. I don't want to be this puppet. I don't want to hurt anyone, especially you. And like I said, with this past month, that's probably what he's been thinking about 95% of the time. And now he's asked Dean, just kill me if it comes that way, and that's not going to help Dean whatsoever, because Dean, he's gonna hesitate so much, kind of like how Sam did when it came to John. John begged. He's been in I guess you could say John has been in that position. So, when he begged Sam to kill him, you saw Sam hesitate. That's what Dean is going to do. Probably worse, because he's like, you could not do that, right? And here you have Sam just say to Dean, yeah, even when he was sober, he has retained that statement. It's not a thing that you could just easily dismiss. I mean, you can say stuff like there have been, there are people who can come out with ludicrous stuff, I guess, when it comes to being under the influence. I know I have had my fair share of stuff that's been said that sounds crazy, and I do remember, but I'm like, no, I didn't say that. No, nope. But with this is a very, very important thing for Sam, and is like with the lawyer dying, him failing to save him, and keeping what happened to Ava in mind. It's no surprise that he decided to get himself wasted and say that to Dean. So he doesn't want to become the thing he isn't, and that's understandable. So so, and he's going to be full of this anxiousness, and I am just so glad that he was able to save Tyler, because that's going to kind of give him some, I mean, it hasn't given him total confidence, obviously, as we've seen, but there was that opportunity where Tyler nearly died, of course, so there was a bit of that look, and there is still a long road. There is still that, what Sam feels, destiny that he has to reach, surely. So whereas Sam saving Tyler was something of a positive in this gloomy time. And it's something that was very, very much needed for his for his mentality. It's still a long, tricky road, and I just feel so bad for him. So I do for Dean, but obviously Sam more so because he is the one with the target on his back. So yeah, it like I said, when it comes to what I feel the focus is going to be between the two boys, obviously last season I felt like the full focus was on Dean and his mentality in regards to John's death, and like I think I've made a mention about this before. Obviously with Sam, he's going to be feeling a little bit of hurt as well. Obviously, it's his dad after all, but we're going to be focusing more on Dean's mentality in regards to John's death. And in this scenario, it's kind of like it's kind of the same situation where Sam is in the spotlight, but we do consider Dean's feelings as well. Probably a sprinkle bit more flavor for Dean, because this is a very, very big deal. This is taking like, if Dean ever has to come to the point where he kills Sam, that's gonna destroy him. That is gonna, fuck him up so much. I would even argue potentially more so than John's death did for Dean. Especially with the fact that Sam is the only thing he has left in his life now. So I would say I don't think it's crazy to assume that losing Sam would fuck Dean up more so than John's death. So yeah, and we've heard countless times about how Dean needs Sam. So yeah, and thankfully that day's not going to come, because it's not happening. I refuse. Right? I refuse. But no, I thought, like I said, this was a pretty good episode. It was very, very eerie as well, because I was conjuring up multiple theories in regards to, what is, causing these hoodoos. I was wondering what was happening and what was responsible. So, but I, did like the little, I guess you could say, they did do little bits of details in regards to not giving away the fact that Maggie was not there, but made it seem like she was there. So yeah, because it's funny, I was wondering at first what happened to the other girl when the first victim decided to. So yeah, because we only saw Tyler there. So I was wondering what was happening, or was it the dolls, etc.? Were we going to have a child's play scenario? So, especially with the porcelain dolls as well, that would be probably more messed up than, Chucky. So, oddly enough, I don't know why. I think it's got something to do with the fact that they're porcelain dolls, and I know there are some people out there who find them pretty freaky. So, yeah, but no, it was really, really great. And to tie the whole situation with, I guess, with Maggie, she has that drive to be united with Tyler. She doesn't want her to depart, and kind of replacing Rose. It's still weird to say that, like replacing Rose with Tyler. Yeah, she has that drive that she doesn't want her to go, really, and is removing obstacles so she could be together forever. And that's where the final, I guess you could say, push came to play, where there was, I guess, that reenactment to how Maggie died. So yeah, and obviously what she did was not something you're going to be defensive over in regards to what Maggie did, but you do have a little shed of sympathy, and that's why when she approached Rose in regards to the fact that they'd be together forever, there is that sad layer, really, because she does not want to be alone. She's already alone with the fact that Rose is unable to be with her, but Rose agreed to move on, and So yeah, there are those emotional layers. Really, it's not like I guess Maggie, I guess it's not like she's like, haha, I want to be evil. There is more so she doesn't want to be alone, and she feels like people are being a threat, so she is taking, I would say, very drastic actions in removing obstacles. But like I said, it's not like she is the spawn of Satan or whatever. She just has that fear about being alone, and that's why she took drastic actions in regards to having Tyler stick around, because she didn't have a rose there. So yeah, but no, like I said, it's not something you're going to get defensive over in regards to Maggie's actions, but there are those layers there, so that is something. But no, I thought this was a good stuff. So yeah, pretty interesting episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!